What's going on? Yeah. It's your man, yes, the Herman Star back again with another video. And I'm here to do the weeks of the tarot forecast for the week of June 30th to July 6th for the sign of Gemini. For all the princesses out there, male or female, that's right. Y'all being called princess. Because of Princess Nokia, the artist again, the music artist. I was just watching an interview of her. She is so... How can I describe her? She's so Gemini. Like, it's her side, so obviously, you know what I'm saying? But, like, and I'm not saying that as an insult. Trust me, I'm not. Because, whew. Gorgeous. Anyways, I got your cards here, and yeah, this is your read for this week. Take it as it resonates, leave the rest if it doesn't. All right, if you are interested in a personal read, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below. You also find the link to my podcast there as well, where I speak about spirituality, downloads and things of that nature, personal development. So like, if that's something you're interested in hearing, go subscribe there as well. It's greatly appreciated, just as much as your subscription and viewing, not just subscribing, but actually viewing the content. All right. So you got a weird mixed bag here. You got 6 cards, so you got what I call a full house, right? Weird bag here. I mean, we start off with the Fool in reverse. You know, this isn't energy you want to be in. You know, this is reckless behavior. You know, there is a difference between being free-spirited and just being reckless, and this is reckless. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do like that there is a bounce back here, but I feel like you're going through like this weird motion, you know, this week, or you've been through like this weird motion of highs and lows, you know. You know, it's kind of like, you know, what came to mind was double life. You know, things that people say Geminis live, or how Geminis live, like double lives, triple lives, quadruple lives, right? It's like you do something one day, and it's like that's something an insane person would do, right? A reckless person would do. And then you do something else the next day, and it's like that's something someone who has their shit together would do. So it's like, that's why I'm like, there's like real double life energy here. Interesting. Your next card is the 10 of Swords in reverse. So this is an inevitable end. This is a relapse as well. So, I mean, this idea of you being reckless, bouncing back, but then being reckless again, this totally makes sense with this here, you know. But it's also the card of lessons, like learning a lesson, or just a lesson needing to be learned here. I feel as though you're telling yourself, Gemini, like, it's just me. I'm Gemini. We do these things. We you know, one day we're this, when the next day we're that. And it's like there's being a Gemini, and then there's, again, being reckless, you know? There's being you, and then there's being reckless. Now, with that 10 of Swords in reverse, although it looks pretty gruesome, whether it's reverse or not, I feel like you're still favored, highly favored, to the point where you can bounce back. Not many other signs can do this, or at least not. I haven't seen any. I mean, I haven't seen any messages this crazy, to be honest with you, for the previous signs that I read for today, or any of the signs that I read for this week. But, you know, this is, again, this is a relapse. 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 you are blessed enough to bounce back from it. My personal advice though is don't take advantage of that. Don't be the individual who thinks God is just sweet on you. You know, because as much as God or the universe, it can be sweet to us, it can also be very, very, very cruel. And usually when that has happened, when things like that happen, it's to teach you a lesson. One of those lessons could be, you fucking with me. Like, this is what happens when you think that, you know, when you take advantage of my kindness, you take advantage of the blessings I'm giving you. Just as sweet I can give it to you just as sour and cruel. You know? So, I want you to just be aware of that. Next, you have the Magician in reverse. Wasted potential. Manipulation as well. Meaning, like I was saying, like it's very much you're playing. One, you're not living up to your full potential. So that's clear. That's clear as well. That, yes, again, although you are someone who can, you know, do one thing one day and the total opposite thing the next day and still have success at living this supposed double life, right? It does not mean, and again, that you can go around just toying with your luck. And that Magician in reverse not only is a reminder that you're wasting your potential, kid, but you're manipulating like the universe, to be honest with you. I think that's who you're trying to try. You're trying to try God. You're trying to try your luck. You know, your blessings. Whatever you want to call it, you're trying it because you're seeing the many bounce backs, right? Okay, Gemini. All right, now. Next, you have the Emperor in reverse. This is someone who can be very much disorderly. Like with the Fool in reverse, reckless, there's some disorder over here as well. Very heavy energies prior to these last two cards, which I will get into, which is why I'm saying like there is at least a bounce back. Maybe you know, this week, like by the end of the week, honestly, I feel as though, because, you know, I'm seeing 6 cards here and there are 7 days of the week or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, every card here represents the 6 days before the 7th day or Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? For all the church folk out there. But like it all represents like a day, which would be very much interesting, to be honest with you. The storyteller in me, the writer in me wants to take a picture of your cards and create a story about this and call it, you know, create a character. You know what? I'm going to do that. Because something came to mind here. I'm sorry, Gemini. I'm sorry to create stories out of your life. Again, if it applies, it applies. I'm not going to use your name. I don't know your name. I don't know if I'm going to name the character. I don't know. This just seems very storyboard like I'm looking at this and like I can create a story about this. Like the story, it's going to be a very short story. At least it takes place in you know, a week. But these 6 cards are going to represent, you know, Monday through Saturday essentially, and then I don't know what Sunday is. I don't feel like pulling another card to see what Sunday is. We're going to leave that up to the mystery. You know what I'm saying? But your Saturday, then again, this is not predictive. I'm just joking and all this stuff. I don't do predictive anything. I'm just reading the cards. But your next card, though, or this, you know, well, this wouldn't be Saturday. This would be Friday. But, you know, or let me not get someone's hopes up. You have the 6 of Pentacles here. This is generosity. So it's like, I'm silent because I'm looking at all these cards before. Again, with that magician in reverse, that is wasted potential. Someone not living up to their potential. So I guess maybe, you know, your way of saying, hey, listen, to your way of bouncing back is giving back, which I think is the sweetest thing ever. Like, I am not fronting, like, you're really just an enigma. Like, real talk. Like, you're really like, one day you could be reckless. The next day you're like, how can I bounce back from this? Let me just give to charity. Let me just go volunteer my time. Like, not a lot of people do that. And that's why I'm like this is interesting. Like, this is real interesting. Like, your way of bouncing back is giving back to others. That's actually really beautiful right there, Gemini. Like, real talk. You know, your way of getting back to, like, I guess, it could be a situation where it's like, I have to cherish life. And maybe it's going to sound messed up, but I'm not saying this in a messed up way. And I hope you don't, you know, view it this way. But it's like, maybe I need to look at all my blessings and be thankful for what I have by volunteering at a shelter of some sort and seeing people who are less fortunate than I am. Here I am being reckless with my life, reckless with my blessings. And here I am right now. Once I leave here, I get to go back to those blessings. Whereas they can't, once they leave here, they have nothing. This is what they have right now. If they leave here, they have nothing. Or if they leave here, they're going to leave off, hopefully, with more blessings. But they're here right now because they have nothing. And maybe it's a situation to where you find yourself in this, like, where it's like, I need to realize my blessings, you know? This could be, again, you giving away money, but being generous is much more than just giving away your money as well. You know, and you see the guy is holding a balance beam in one, and, you know, a balance scale in the other hand. Again, it seems like your way of balancing the recklessness of your life is to go out and, you know, give to others. Very interesting. Very interesting. Your last card is the Hierophant. My favorite card in the entire tarot deck. This is someone who sticks to their moral code. Very much a traditional individual in the sense of they follow their tradition. When I say traditional, when speaking about the Hierophant, I'm talking about someone who follows their own tradition. Alright? And if anybody try to tell you, you know, it's tradition in society sense, that's a lie. Unless they're doing even if they're doing a collective reading, it's still a lie, because you can't really. The thing about collective reads is that not everybody of the collective is going to relate to it. You know, they're the same as these reads here, where they're just about one sign. Not everyone of said one sign is going to be able to relate to the message. But I just had to clear that up because people be getting I be seeing other tarot readers getting my bae fucked up, and you got my bae fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling out names, but y'all be having the Hierophant fucked up. Hierophant ain't about born traditional society standards of what traditionalism is. It's the individual person's idea of what it means to be traditional. Again, if we're using this example, these cards as an example, traditional to you might be giving back whenever you're feeling down. Giving back whenever you feel as though you need to balance out with the karma or the life, or balance out, you know, your blessings in life. Whenever you're feeling too, I guess, cocky or whatever the case is, you need to balance that out with being around people who are less fortunate than you, and then giving to them because you are blessed enough to be able to do so. That could be a tradition of yours. Not everybody in society does this. So for anyone to try to say it's a societal tradition, that already debunks what I said, already debunks your little idea. But anyways, that's what I have here for the tarot. This got to be the most interesting read I've done for some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I love y'all, man. Y'all are just a very, very interesting people. And like I said, y'all gave me a new story idea. But we're about to get into the Oracle now. We got 2 cards for you. Before I get into the Oracle, if you got anything of value from this read here, please hit that like. And I'm being nosy. If this relates to you, tell me. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're not subscribed, of course, please hit the subscribe. If you are going to subscribe, though, please watch the videos. I went on a whole, poured my heart out to Leos because I have 3 Leo placements. So I figured, let me pour my heart out to them. So when I did their read, first 8 minutes or so was me pouring my heart out about people subscribing but not watching the videos. So if you want to see that message, go over and watch Leo's video. It's just 2 videos before this video here. All right. But yeah, your first card is open to receive. Interesting, because I was saying that to Cancer. You might have Cancer in your chart. They didn't get this card as their Oracle card, but I was saying that to them in general. Invite abundance with open arms. Embrace the blessings waiting to flow into your life. Could be another message here. Again, you're clearly highly favored. You know what I'm saying, Gemini? Like, you're clearly being blessed right now. And, more blessings are coming your way. So don't be too down on yourself if you do find yourself in reckless moments. Don't use your sign as an excuse to keep being reckless, but don't be too down on yourself because you keep bouncing back. You have your way, it seems, again, with that 6 of Pentacles. You have your way of recentering yourself, and more blessings are coming. That's one of your Oracle cards. The other one is Harbor of Peace. Nice. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So, again, another one that screams like, after you come down your reckless high, chill out for a bit. Don't be hard on yourself, and also chill out for a bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have for you today, Gemini. If you got anything of value from this read, please hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, and continue watching the videos after you hit subscribe. Okay? All right. I want to thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, until next video, y'all stay safe out there with y'all reckless selves. But no, y'all stay safe, all right? Peace.